promove essas violências. Acho que promove, sim.
Grava aí que eu sou estuprador agora. Olha, jamais ia estuprar você que você não merece.
The drummer, I'm Dan, I'm the guitar player. And we also have Guta, Tabion's wife, and they're going to educate us about Brazilian politics, because it's fucking pretty insane. Okay, so this is Noise Tribe Zero's podcast number 3. Welcome to the show. Neil's not here because Neil's in jolly old England. He's on vacation for a little bit, but the rest of us are here. Chris, the other guitar player, Tabion, the drummer. I'm Dan, I'm the guitar player. And we also have Guta, Tabion's wife, and they're going to educate us about Brazilian politics, because it's fucking pretty insane, kind of, from what I've heard. Well, not insane, I shouldn't say it's insane, but it's
pretty, man, it's unbelievable, actually.
Yeah.
It's something you can't believe what's happening there, right? Like, you see on your Facebook page, everything you see on the feed from Brazilians, right, is about that. Like,
so give us, okay, who's it about? Give us some of the things, like who is everyone concerned about right now? What's the guy?
Candidates.
Like, everyone's concerned about, like, from my end, from my friends' end, because I deleted everyone else's. But, like, is this rise of fascism that's going on, and there's this really, like, bad politician that has this whole propaganda of, like, combating corruption and everything. It's like Trump from the tropicals, but like,
Tropical Trump.
unprepared.
What's his name?
Bolsonaro?
Jair Messias Bolsonaro. And just one thing before we start talking about him. So this guy in 2009, we had a TV show called CQC.
Okay.
CQC.
And they have reporters. They used to go to Brasilia, which is to the Congress.
Yeah.
And ask questions to the politicians, and they used to get mad and that kind of thing. And this guy acted bad with a woman, Maria do Rosario, and he said at first that was his first thing that everyone noticed, because she was defending the rights of a rapist.
Yeah.
But no. Don't get me wrong. She was defending the human rights, right? She wasn't saying that he was, it's not his fault. She wasn't saying that.
Okay.
And he was pissed off. No, because rapists have to die. I think rapists, have to die. It doesn't matter.
No.
You need to be into a process. To be judged and everything. That's democracy.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. What's your counter to this? Get the full thing.
As far as I'm concerned, their discussion was about another law, and they got into a fight, and he told her, "You are so ugly that you don't even deserve me to rape you.
Yeah.
You don't even deserve to
get
be raped by me.
You don't deserve to
This
get
is the
raped.
guy who's running for president.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So-
And there's a way more
I saw that
things.
part
Like,
on
He has other, like, super bad statements. He said, "I raised my kids very well. They would never be gay."
Yeah.
Like,
I wish my son gets run over by a truck rather than be
being
gay.
gay.
Like those kind of things.
If you have
But no, just a quick, long story short, the thing is, he used to say a lot of shit back in the days. He still says some shit now, but now he's faking it.
Yeah.
He's faking he's a good guy. So since it started in 2013, he started his campaign, but undercover, just on the WhatsApp was talking about. So just getting people to like him, because people hate, because the violence in Brazil is so high, and
there is a lot of corruption there, isn't there?
Yes.
Not?
Yeah, but I mean,
being a Sepultura fan,
But it's it's super out there, because our former president, and I really like her. I really like their party. So
who was the former president of
Brazil? Yeah, let's not talk about
Dilma.
Parties or defending parties in
But-
here.
Sorry, what was her name though?
Dilma Rousseff.
Okay.
She's a
Ex-president.
woman, a first president woman. So this is one of the things that I really like. But she had this whole mod in her campaign that she would combat corruption, and she really did. So, like, all the corruption that was going on, like, especially in Petrobras, there is like our oil company, like Petro-Canada.
Yeah.
It came out.
I've heard about this before.
Yeah. So like people started to think that her government was corrupt because these corruption schemes were all being investigated and going out of the media. But actually, this thing was going on for a long time.
Yeah.
But people like they're so like they don't want to see things, so they were like, your party is corrupt because now in your government is happening all these things, but people didn't realize that these things were happening a long time ago. Yeah. So this was like for me. This was like the started of everything, like in 2011. And then this whole bad propaganda started to rise, especially because with all these investigations, the elites starting to get like affected by it.
Yeah.
Like we had this really rich guy in Brazil. He was the third more rich person in the world. His name is Ike Batista.
Third? Really?
Yeah. And he got audited in his company and he got arrested during her government.
Okay.
So this like really got into the elites, and then
they got injured.
That whole fascism thing came, you know, like in the United States also came. It was like the right place and the right time.
It happened in Europe too, like with the Brexit, right? It's the same people who helped with
Yes,
Brexit, helped with Trump, and so it's the same people.
Yeah, and it's always the elites trying to like whenever there is like a social development somewhere and the elites are harmed at some way, they will try to change that thing that is going on.
There's one thing, like I personally didn't like her on presidency because she wasn't the right person to be there, because like Lula, which is our ex-president before her on the same party, he did well for Brazil since 2002.
Yeah.
He got people out of Hungary. Brazil was like 0% hungry.
We could do a whole podcast about him.
Yeah. But
started. You mean like by hungry, like starving, like feeding?
Yeah, starving people. Okay. He stopped with that, and many programs, good programs, for the poor, and that kind of thing. Yeah. And he was a good guy. Obama.
So I'm assuming he's like that's like a left wing party.
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
Yes.
And then because in Brazil, I don't know here, but in Brazil it's 8 years the maximum you can be. 8 years. Yeah.
Canada's different.
So after that,
weird.
he elected this woman, Dilma Rousseff, and man, that was a mistake.
Wait, sorry. She elected him?
He elected her because she just got elected because of him, right?
So he stepped down.
He was like the grandfather.
Hold on. Let me ask. He stepped down, and the Brazilian population elected her after.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, that was a big mistake. But her there, she likes her, but I don't.
Yeah, but this is like
just
a point
clear.
of views. For me,
yeah.
I like her, but it's not even the thing we should discuss.
Yeah, I'm more interested in this new guy. Because you said there's a second round of voting after? So you got past the first stage? Like, how did the voting work?
So the first round, to be elected on the first round, you need 50% of the votes plus one vote.
Okay.
Right? So he got
48%,
man. And the second one was
the second candidate from the Workers' Party, the same Workers' Party as Dilma, the same as Lula. He got 26%. The third one got 10%, and on and on and on.
And then now
smaller.
He's the second round.
He's way in the lead.
Just the two first,
yes,
right?
He's way in the lead, and we have like a lot of parties, very different from Canada.
Yeah.
Like, if we wanna found a party, we can do it, and then we can go to electoral justice system and get funds.
Let's go into Bolsonaro.
No, actually, real quick question here.
Yeah.
Last time I went to go vote, there was one right-wing party, the Conservatives, and there was like 8 left-wing parties. They call it the left-wing split. Like some people like the Socialist Party, some people like the Liberals. Some people like the So all the people are on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
They're voting between all these different parties. So the Conservatives kept winning. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like that in Brazil? Is there like one conservative party?
No, it's mixed.
It's more mixed up.
It's
Okay.
mixed, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
that's why I was curious. So I was wondering why he got 48% of the vote. And
But then you have the righties and the lefties and
More
the
and more,
me
okay.
What
center thing.
happened in Brazil is like after the military dictatorship, in theory, all parties should be more left wings.
In
All
theory,
their
yeah.
names
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
left wings.
yeah.
But we have something you call the big center, that are parties that tend to the right and then tend to the
Yeah,
left,
something's
depending
there,
on
something's
how
here.
they want to stay in government and how many seats they want to have. It's a very complex like situation. So Workers' Party is the most left one,
Okay.
you could say, and this guy's party is not the most right wing.
Oh, it's not the most.
Yeah,
says he's
they're
center,
progressive.
But he's not
Progressive.
center.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
faking.
They're
He's
center.
faking, you know.
They're
like,
big center,
ah.
as we call. Like, we don't have a conservative party
Well,
per
if
se.
he's talking about like his kids are good because they're not gay and blah blah blah, it
Man,
sounds like he's on a little bit more.
We
right-wing
maybe
to me,
can
but-
put some videos on the middle of the podcast.
Well,
just-
we'll put links on there.
yeah, yeah. Well, no,
Yeah,
I mean
but-
like the video. The
Well,
video.
I can't really do that. You have
Yeah.
to be very. You only get 7 seconds to
yeah,
put
yeah.
something up. So if there's something interesting, we can put up. But we'll talk
Okay,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So okay, so like this guy's got in the first round, and the next round's the 28th. You said.
Yeah,
Yes.
20. So that's in a couple weeks. So what happens now? It's him and just another party, or everyone
No.
gets
No,
to
no,
vote again?
it's
or?
him against the second guy.
Yeah.
The second
Just
place.
Two of them.
Two of them.
It's
Ah,
and this
interesting.
second guy,
Okay.
just like to know, he's the former mayor of São Paulo, the biggest
Okay.
city of
The
Brazil.
worst mayor.
No,
worst mayor?
Yeah,
he
São Paulo.
wasn't the
Yeah,
worst mayor.
Yeah.
So, okay, difference of opinion. Maybe one of the
We
worst.
have
maybe
very
not.
different
Far enough
opinions.
back in time.
Like,
There's somebody worse.
He
than
was
that.
elected the
Yeah,
best
but-
mayor by the UN because he made like this huge how do you call it, the street for the bicycles.
Yeah.
Bike street.
Bike
Bike lane.
path,
Bike
bike
lane.
lane.
Bike lane.
Yeah.
He made this huge bike lanes all over São Paulo, and he reduced the traffic in like 10% or something.
Okay.
That's
Which is
really
a lot,
big
yeah.
for a huge city. Like São Paulo
Let's
is
not
a
talk
very
about
big
parties,
city.
please.
But just to introduce this guy,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
and he was a really good mayor, and he's from this party, the Workers' Party. But there's this really feeling of we call anti-workers party feeling and anti. It's like an expression in Portuguese that I can really say. I can express, but it's a feeling that people have anti-politicians that come from the Workers'
No,
Party.
there's anti here. There's anti
Yeah.
this, anti that. There's like Antifa down in the States, right? Like anti-fascist.
Yeah, yeah.
Anti means the opposite,
Yeah.
opposed to, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, this guy has many law. How can I say it? Process on his name.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No.
It's on the website. It's
No.
on.
Okay,
Okay.
wait.
Well,
What's your
he's kind of he's not, you know, he's corrupted.
No,
Everyone are
No,
there.
he's not.
No, don't. We're not trying to defend this.
You just say what you're saying, you
I'm
can
just
sit
saying
out there.
both sides there,
Yeah.
they're bad,
Okay.
in my opinion, right? So, but if we elect the work party guy, that's better because after the election you can be against him.
Well, that's how
him.
that's how
And if you
politics are,
elect,
right?
and
Yeah.
if you elect Bolsonaro, you can't.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna
that's
be,
that's
you know,
your two evils, right?
Yeah.
So, what were you gonna say though?
Yeah, he doesn't have any lawsuits against him. In Brazil we have this law called like clean background.
Yeah.
That you cannot have any lawsuits against you, corruption or anything, labor lawsuits or anything.
In order to run.
Yeah, in order to run, he doesn't have. This is one of his campaign statements.
Does
Actually.
Bolsonaro though does that?
No, but
He like sleeps like a soap.
yeah. So
Between the
so
law.
what happened with Bolsonaro? He's saying that, you know, he's not corrupt and that kind of thing. But back in the days, he was from a party called PP, and then they had the most corrupted people there. That was proven, and then he got $200,000 from a company to you know wash his hands and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he put that on the party, so the party could give back to him and wash the money like
Oh,
that.
yeah, there's all
you
that
know?
shit,
So
man.
you know, but people don't see that. That's the problem.
And he-
every politician has these foundations, and these
Yeah,
workarounds.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so
And he admitted
says
that.
he's not
Yeah.
corrupted, but he is. You know.
He admitted that in an interview. This right-wing journalist, like I don't like this guy, and he was interviewing him, and he said, you received money from JBS. It's like a company, a big
Makes a lot
company
of
from
things,
Brazil that was
coffee
involved
and-
in this corruption scheme. They sell meat. It's like a really big company. And this journalist said, you received money from JBS.
From that business, yeah.
And he said, no, I didn't. My party received money from GPS and they gave it to me. And then the guy said, well, this is a bribe. And then Bolsonaro said, what party does not receive a bribe?
Yeah. He admitted.
He said that, like, in live
And people are
television.
blind,
Yeah.
man. That's
That's
here.
almost that's a good thing though, because he's like at least being honest about that. Like I don't know anything about this guy,
Yeah.
but at least he's being honest. Like yeah, all the politicians are we're all fucking dirty. 'Cause, like, all
But like,
politicians.
But he
his
can-
main point is like
After that, he
against
can say he's not
corruption.
corrupted, you know.
Right.
But he says, you know,
It's the exact same shit as Donald Trump, right? Like we're gonna clean out the swamp and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the same fucking shit that
Yeah.
was happening before.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
they painted a difference. So I'm gonna give you guys a little second of rest because you saw the John Oliver special. I just want to know if you have any. I don't know anything about this guy.
I don't
Purposely,
really have much to add to it.
yeah, I purposely didn't want anything so you guys could kind of educate
Except
me
for
on it.
the dual gun thing that he was doing.
So what is that? What is that thing?
that you know, because
That's his thing.
he worked.
He's like Shooter McGavin from Happy
That-
Gilmore?
back on the WhatsApp thing.
Kinda
Yeah.
looks
That's it. You know, like
Yeah,
making
I-
memes
Might as
about
well.
him, making
Can
memes,
I-
making him the myth. They call him the myth.
The
He's
myth.
a myth because he say to the woman that he doesn't deserve to be raped, from him and that kind of thing, and people think he's a myth because he says all those bullshit.
Myth meaning like legend?
Legend,
Legend.
yeah, a
Yeah.
legend. You know, he's a legend because of those things.
But
And that's why he does, because he's about guns and that kind of
yeah,
thing. Talk
so
about that, yeah.
this thing sums up his politics for like public security is not thinking about we should educate people so they don't become bad guys and they want to go look for jobs. It's not that. He wants to like give guns to people and say, this is my
Protect yourselves.
this is what I want to do for you guys to protect yourselves, and this is how I want the society to be. So he wants to let
Here's
everybody
some
buys
guns.
guns like in
Sort
the
your own
U.S.
shit out.
So that's why he does that.
Oh.
Brazil
And
gonna burn.
people
You know,
think-
like
well,
everybody
I-
gonna kill each
And
other.
I understand people that think that way because
Yeah,
in
I
Brazil
do.
we get our houses get people bad
Yeah.
guys, how do you say, burglars.
Yeah, kidnapping
Home
and
invasion.
burglars,
Yeah,
home invasions,
they
and
rob stuff
killing
from
and-
you. They break into your
Point the
car
gun.
and
Yeah.
and rob
The
stuff.
crime rate's fairly high in Brazil.
Yeah.
Really high,
Yeah.
really
So
high.
like
It
it's
happens to me, to
understandable
my
that
family, everything.
you wanna have a gun to kill this guy that is stealing
guys,
something from you that you worked so hard to get.
Yeah.
But
But
it's not
the chance
the way that
Hold on, hold on.
you have to think. You know, he uses like the feeling, the rage feeling that people have to gain votes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll interrupt you for a second here. It's the same kind of thing that Duarte in the Philippines was doing, right? Like all these drug users, all these drug dealers. If it's your kid, you have to kill them. Like all these people die, right? He's gonna be, if he ever leaves fucking the Philippines, he's gonna get tried as a war criminal, right, or human rights criminal, whatever the thing is, because he's fucked. Like if he ever leaves the Philippines, someone's gonna nab him, and he's gonna be in a lot of shit because he's advocating the death of thousands of people, man, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at any of the civilized countries, I don't want to say that Brazil's not civilized, the
Yeah.
Philippines are civilized, but the countries where there's like low crime rates or lower
Yeah.
crime rates, whatever, it's like,
For
okay,
sure.
why is someone robbing your house? Because they don't have any fucking food. They're desperate. They don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
Give people better education, give people better, and then this is proven. This is my opinion. These are facts. Like you can look this up,
Yes.
right? So you give people these things, but it takes a long time for that to happen. It takes a decade, maybe two, before you see that prosperity kick in. If you only have 4 years to make everyone re-elect you, or give everyone guns, everyone shoots all the criminals, and everyone's scared. And that's the thing, like that's what happened in South Africa, man. Like you can have people scared, but no one changes.
Yeah.
It's when people come out and go, yeah, I did the wrong thing. Dave Chappelle has a great thing about this in his thing. He was in South Africa. I forget, it was like when people all come out and they say this is how I contributed to this bad system, and Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu, like they encourage all this, and no one went to jail. Well, no, I shouldn't say no one, but a lot of people got off on it, but it fixed the system, and it fixed it. It was hard, and the victims didn't get their revenge, and the perpetrators didn't get their punishment that a lot of people felt they deserved, but it changed everything.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say everything. It changed a lot.
But
it takes a long
violence generates
and
violence.
I'm gonna tell you,
right?
This was one of the things that Lula and Dilma, they were doing. Like, they were investing in the lower classes, they were giving, like, social benefits, like you have here in Canada. But people in Brazil were, like, outraged.
Against that.
How you're gonna give $100 to a person? This person
To a
won't...
hobo.
It will be, like, just sitting down and don't want to do anything, you know? And what happened, like, I heard from, like, my dad's friends that are, like, middle, upper class.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the airport and run up into my maid.
Yeah.
You know?
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like that.
so people were
But
getting more,
worse.
like, lower class were getting more educated, getting more money to do more things. And then the elites just started to saying things like that.
Just a quick thing about the airport thing. There was a rich politician, a woman, that made a tweet about like, oh, I can't take this anymore. The airport's full of people wearing flip-flops. Something like that. And like, let them use flip-flops. Airport's not a fucking marrying thing, you know, like a fucking
especially
marriage.
in Brazil, you want fucking...
Yeah.
I think it's something
Air
that
on
would
your
never
feet.
hear in Canada.
I live in my flip-flops in Brazil. I just use that, right? Like.
So I used to live in China, right, for a little while, about 8 years ago. I only lived there for a little while. I moved to a city, which is a fairly big city, and I got there right after the economic boom, right? Like, man, the middle class surged, and there's a lot of people in China, right? Like, 1.3 billion or whatever, right? The car lots would sell a lot of cars. You know, you go to any car lot down here, there's 100 cars, 200 cars, they're all gone. There's so many fucking cars, so people had to take turns driving, so you get a car like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. The cities are big, but they're still small. Like, they're built from a long time ago. So that's how much of the boom came in. It's like, and you hear the same thing, you know, like Chinese New Year, right? You have 500 million people moving every day.
Wow.
Every day. It's a 5-week holiday. Everyone in all the airports, 500 million of them, man.
Oh my god.
Every day. It's like fucking, it's crazy. Like, I remember going there for, going to Thailand and coming back and just going like, it's a lot of fucking people in
That's
there,
so
right?
crazy.
But then I used to work for this rich lady. She paid me to do conversational English with her. And it's the same things. Like, all these people think they have money now, blah blah blah, and she's like so uppity about it. Of course, she didn't make any of her own money. It's all her husband's money, right?
Yeah.
She always bragging.
That kind of person.
Yeah. It's like these people who don't really appreciate that the value of your society is built upon everyone, right?
Yes.
When you have poor people all around you, man, then you're gonna live in fear. People are gonna like they're saying like, if you guys are gonna give guns to people, right? You give guns to people and you're still a robber. I'm still a robber. I don't have any food. I don't have any money. I have no other option. Now I have to figure out another way to rob you. I know you have a gun now, so I'm gonna do something different, right?
You're gonna kill.
Yes.
I'm gonna come in the middle of the
night.
day. I'm gonna wait till you can have your car. I'm gonna get you. They're
Or
just
you're
gonna
gonna
change.
kill, or you're gonna kill right on the side.
And-
Or
You
that,
see
yeah.
people, boom.
Or that. You're right.
Over.
Yeah.
And
You know?
there's another thing, like, if you want to buy a gun legally,
Yeah.
But
a gun
I have
costs-
a gun to defend myself, so I'm gonna try to shoot you. So the chance of having a death there is way higher. It's
yeah.
like way higher, right? Like two people having guns, they know you have a gun. The chance of you be dead.
Isn't that just going to overload the justice system with like fucking court cases?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, what
and
actually happened?
we don't need that.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's just
Yeah.
like, well, you killed this person, but how did it actually go down?
Yeah.
Now they got to figure out what
Exactly.
actually happened. And
Many process going on, and
it
they
could just turn out, well, you screwed up and you actually killed somebody, right? You know, and
Yeah.
this guy wasn't a bad person, but you shot him anyway.
Yeah.
What's that movie in Brazil, City of God?
yeah. One of those,
yeah.
that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking good movie. So, what were we gonna say though?
Yeah, about like legalization of guns. Something that people don't realize, like middle class, is that buying a gun is really expensive. It's not like you're going to a store, you're paying like $50.
Yeah.
It's like $3,000, even more. And for
3,000
Brazilians,
reais.
it's like
That's a lot of money.
$20,000.
Like $1,000, yeah.
reais. So it's not something that middle class or a bit lower will get. It's just rich people. So you're arming and giving even more power to the elites, and you are supporting this. But then when this thing will start happening, you won't be able to buy it. You know.
Yeah,
so,
but you can buy
like,
from the
it's
favelas,
ridiculous.
right? Like
It's
you
not
buy like
hard
fake
for,
guns
like,
and that kind of thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's not hard for like a kid to steal their parents' gun and go sell that, and
Yeah.
because if it's worth that
But you
much,
can do that.
Or kill his friend on the school, like it happens in United
It's
States.
like, oh, I'm
that's
a
gonna happen in
gangster
Brazil
now,
a lot.
right?
Yeah,
You know, like if that happen, that's gonna happen in Brazil a lot. Brazil gonna be the second country to do the fucking
mass shootings.
the rampage.
But But even the thing is, we had like a plebiscite that we voted if we were against or in favor of guns.
We did that before.
So this is something from the Constitution. So because we voted that, and this is in almost all democratic countries, when you make a vote about some matter, it makes part of your constitution, and in order for you to change that, you have to make another constitution, and this makes like a major political instability. So this is even that like is a campaign promise that he will not be able to make it, because he would like have to make like a new constitution, and no politician would do that with a democratic established country. You know,
there's another
that's the
example.
thing that makes me really
Another example to say that he's faking everything. You know, he I don't know, but I think he wants to do a major taking over the country. You know what I say about that? Taking over the country for himself and his military stuff. I don't know.
Is he military for?
He
he's military. Yeah,
he's ex-military.
Yeah,
Right.
but
He was
his
expelled.
vice president is a general. His vice president is a general.
Okay.
And then where's the Venezuela there? They say the left wings are the Venezuela, but there we go. They have a fucking vice president as a general.
Nicolás Maduro
Colonel.
is a general. Yeah.
He's a general colonel.
He's from the military. I don't know what position
He's a colonel general. He's a higher
not sure.
fucking.
What we're gonna do, folks, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.